Well, hello, hello, hello. So, yes, if you're watching this, we're going live on Amazon. And before we actually hit the Amazon Live button, basically, you want to just, if you rewound and got this at the beginning, you want to basically see yourself going to our Amazon Live show. That's going to be the way it works. For here, this is a simulcast of our live show on Amazon. If you haven't been to Amazon Live, it's a place to be. So now I'm going to actually start my live stream for Amazon Live, and we're going to go from there. And I'm just going to see all the little things here to make sure I got all my little things up in the right place. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. So we're going to see if we need both these mics on or just one. We're going to go with that mic. That's a nice close-up mic, and it works out really well. So we're going to stick with that one, and we're going to gain up a little bit on it and make sure the compressor is fine. And there we go. Everything's good. Everything looks nice on that. So and here we go. And it's all about 3, 2, 1. Here we are. And yeah, we'll just bring that back up here. And we shall see this happen right now, right here, all at the same time. I want to say thank you very much. Welcome to Rama's Testing Studio, aka Expert Island. This is what we do. We talk about products, and we've got a great line of products for tonight. We're going to be talking about the same products over again. We're going to try some of them. I'm very excited because I have gotten the Luna controller. Now, I've had a PlayStation 1, 2, and 3, like all that kind of stuff. I've been, a long time gamer. I skipped the 4. I was kind of busy. And 5, I've been looking around going, well, how much do I actually pay? But then I saw this and I thought, you know what? Streaming, gaming, basically cloud-based stuff, it's just amazing, and it's really nice that you can get a product that basically packages everything together. I'm going to tell you some great stories about this, and I'm also going to tell you some great stories about the new Fire Stick when I got this. Now, normally, my Samsung TV had the app already built in, so I just used it. I never really got anything separate for that particular TV. And I've been able to use my Prime account on everything I already had. So, no race, no worries. But I got this guy. And I thought, hey, I'm going to get this guy with this guy, get them together, have something really cool to have, and see what's going on. And amazing stuff. Now, that's not the only thing I have. So let me slide this over. I'm going to swing over the camera here for you and let you see what's going on. We do have other options here. We've got another neat little product, and it's right here. That's my brand new Euro system. I really, really do like that. That guy there basically takes care of the whole house. I got that a few months ago. So that's not something I bought just yesterday or a few weeks ago. I've had this now for a few months, and that's a godsend. So let's take a look at that first, because that's really the most important thing here. The other stuff's really fun, but it's not because I just, miraculously stumbled upon it. The Euro is what I really did a lot of research in. The Euro 6, first I started off with getting a new computer. I don't know, 6 months ago, and stumbled upon the fact that they were asking me, do I want Wi-Fi 6 on it? And I went, well, what's Wi-Fi 6? So I went and looked that up and did some research and found out that it was basically a smarter, more in-depth way of actually having all of this wireless networking work properly and smoothly in the house. I don't end up with extension boxes and hook up to this and hook up to that, and sometimes it's weak and sometimes all that stuff. It's gone when you buy into a product like this. This product right here, this guy is going to do the job for you. Why? Because basically I'm using 3 of them. And I'm going to tell you, I originally got the Euro 6. I'm going to stick with that for a while, but I can expand and upgrade. So I'm looking really, at some of the other package options they have, because you basically put in your same Wi-Fi, you connect it with the app, it all just works for you. It just happens. It's a magical thing, because you basically say, hey, you know what? I've got all this equipment, and I do. Right now, I'm over 50 plus devices connected to my Euro. When I bought this, I had maybe 35, and I knew it was growing. I was growing fast. I mean, you're talking alarm systems. So you've got modules, all over the house. You've got sensors everywhere. You've got cameras and pointing in every which direction you want. They're everywhere. And then you've got, what else do we have? Well, of course, all the phones, the tablets, the laptops, the PCs. Of course, we do this, right? So there's lots of stuff out there that you have. It just keeps building up and adding on. So what happens? This guy happens. My old one just was stressing out. I was having issues and problems. I had just a really good router, and that was it. It was that, and my cable internet. So I upgraded the cable internet, and then I said, you know what, I got to do something about this. And then I did the work, and I found the Euro 6. And when you stumble upon things and things just start to happen really, really well and really, really quickly, that's what happened here. I mean, once I got this, of course, when you order it, Amazon asks you, would you like to connect this to your account? And I said, yeah. And I didn't really know what I was saying yeah to, but it's Amazon, so I say yeah, right? And I connected that to the account, got it all set up, downloaded the app that runs everything, which is really cool. So here, I'll bring that up here for you. That's really, really sweet. And the app, basically, every time you add products or take products off, or if somebody has access or something is different, the app tells you what's going on. So here, let me get this. And this is great. I mean, it just builds and it updates the boxes, and it makes sure the boxes, because they can connect, product can move around. So if something's connected to the module that I have in the rec room here, where I have my studio, that can move up to somewhere else. It's not stuck there particularly. So that's really, really important. And that's what makes the Euro very nice. So again, I'm just pulling up the app here. I'm not afraid to show it to you, because it's, it's got my Wi-Fi name on it, but everything else is secure. That's what it looks like. That's what's going on right there. It's very nice, very easy to use. You can tap on any of the actual modules and see what's connected to it at any single point in time. So when I tap on, let's say the one that's upstairs in the main, that's where the cable comes into the townhouse there. And, right now that one says that my wire connecting to my router is good. It's got a 1 gigabyte, which is what I have. I have one. It's amazing. You have cable and you think, oh, that's awesome. It's 1 gigabyte down. So everything streaming in this house is not a problem. 30 up, which is what I'm doing my live on. I got to share that, make sure that's stable. And because it's all by itself up there, there's only 2 devices. But when you come down, let's say, and you go into the studio where we are right now, there are 20 devices connected here, all connected down here in the studio alone. That doesn't include what's going on the main floor. On the main floor, there's another 16. These are active products that are connected right now. So some things come in and go out and come in and go out. But that's what we're talking about when we're talking about just active products on the system at this particular time. The alarms only when they get triggered, and then they kick in and they do their thing. And you know how there's all kinds of weird stuff going on there. Anyways, that's Euro. And again, you don't have to do anything else outside of you connecting, setting up the first one, putting in the password, connecting it to your home Wi-Fi. After that, it's just every single module just kind of plugs in where you want to put it. It checks to make sure it has a good connection to what's going on. It checks to make sure that it's connected to everything that's there. It does all of that and just gives you, you're good. It's done. So that's the Euro 6. So I'm very, very excited to have that. I didn't know. Maybe you didn't notice, but I am. I'm really excited to have that. Now, I buy pretty much everything I talk about. If I don't, I'll tell you. So if somebody supplies us with some speakers, because that's our relationship we had with the manufacturers before, we let you know when we have that. But all of the other products that we talk about day in and day out, I buy. It's just this way gives me the ability to give you the utmost honest opinion. So I bought this and I'm having fun with it, and I'm going to show you what's going on. Now, this controller, by the way, I'm mostly buying, PlayStation stuff in my day, but this reminds me more of an Xbox controller. Just back in the day, you never really got into the Nintendo stuff, but now you can. Once you get this controller, it's very simple to hook up. You basically, it's gonna connect to your phone. The phone's gonna, once you download the app, the phone's then gonna make all the connections proper to everything else in the house. Very cool. Also, there's other streaming programs, streaming gaming platforms out there. Nice part about this is that how seamlessly it works on this guy right here. So again, part of the Amazon family. Of course, we all know Fire Stick and Twitch, part of the Amazon family. It's all right here for you. This allows you to do an awful lot. This guy is just basically baked in to that Fire Stick. And that Fire Stick, of course, is 4K. It's their new Max series, 4K. Everything you were looking for in a Fire Stick, all updated. Great remote control. Does all the magic you want. I mean, that's how simple that is. Of course, we know it works. It's a Fire Stick, right? Now, once you do that, you download the app on your TV, and it's just going to work for you. But let's not jump ahead here. Let's talk about the Fire Stick one more time just to cover everything. Now, again, when you're used to having different devices from different companies, you know, let's say a Samsung, a Google, those kind of things, you know, you're going to have to put in the passwords. You're going to have to link in. You're going to have to set things up. Now, again, when this was bought, this was ordered, it asked if you wanted to, would you like to add this and connect to your account? I already had like everything else, so I went, yeah, sure, no problem. So, you know, and, you know, because we had a little Alexa hub there over in the corner, that sort of thing. So, yeah, add it on, I said. Go ahead. Then shows up. Then I plugged it in. And after plugging it in, it just started doing stuff on it. First of all, I plugged it into the main HDMI input, which is the priority one. Basically, if that's on, TV prompt to it goes, hey, I want to do whatever that wants to do. And that gives the stick all the information. But amazingly, I'm going, why is it doing? It's doing it downloads, doing an update, it's doing all kinds of stuff. That's crazy. It never asked me for a password. So I guess it's, you know, just going to time out and that'll be it. No, 2 minutes later, it's all done. Everything you wanted to see was all done on that actual Fire Stick. It was working. It was working. And I'm going, what happened? Permission. Because remember, my Euro is connected to my Amazon account. The Fire Stick connects to my Amazon account. Alexa connects to my Amazon account, of course. So, of course, what happened? They all talked to each other. They all came to an agreement that this is where it is. This is what's going on. And just made it all happen. I mean, that is just phenomenal. You know, people are always worried about, well, you know, share too much information. I got to be honest. I don't really think there's a lot of people when it comes to, you know, outside of having a umbrella of demographics that I fit in, mostly care about everything else. Outside of that, if giving them secure access to some of my information, like what I own, and they control and know what's going on there, you know what? That's a good service. I didn't have to do anything. Trust me, I used to sell cell phones in the 90s. And in the 90s, I'd sit there for 20 minutes, half an hour, programming in code into a phone. There's no such thing as SIM cards or anything like that. There was nothing easy about technology before. Now you're spoiled rotten if you don't have product like this because you're worried about it being hard to set up. It's not. These things are just not hard to set up. The Euro wasn't hard. The Fire Stick absolutely wasn't hard. And the Luna. So again, if you're buying something like this for yourself, or you're buying it for family, you know, people come to visit you, or you want it for your kids because you're going on a trip. There are so many different reasons to go out and get that. But we're going to talk and show how that works. I got to be honest. I do need to be entertained beyond, you know, a lot of things. When I travel, I used to be a smoker. I quit smoking, which is, yes, good on me. Yes, thank you very much. I know. It's, you know what, 40 years. But yeah, I'm a little, you know, finicky on these things. So I like to keep myself busy. In this case, if I have to sit there and do stuff, I want to be able to do it and play a game. I don't always want to watch a movie or something like that. So I got the controller. So we're going to actually play that today. But you know what else I did? New product. I got, because we're going to go on holiday soon, I got the adapter because I forgot to buy it. So we're going to open that up today. So there we go. New product opening today. There we go. Okay. Yes, all that paper crushing noise. All right. There we go. That's gone. Now, what is this? This is the actual controller. This is, look at that. Okay, I haven't looked at it, so let's see. fresh, not frozen, hopefully. You never know with these things, right? But we're going to assume, no, it looks fresh. Looks fresh. Slide it out of there. Now, what is this going to do? This is so now, look at that. It's got, I should pay a little attention to what I'm doing here, right? I don't know. Okay. And, oh, squeeze it. Squeeze it. Ha 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 ha. Okay. So there's a little squeezing here going on. If you squeeze it, it just moves. You're not forcing it to go anywhere. What is going to happen here is that this can now go on here. So I'm going to slide this on top. Look at this. It's just amazing. Look at that. It just clipped on. So there we go. We're clipped on to the bottom, and it still has room for if I want to use my corded headphones, which I don't. And I still have access to my USB-C connection on the top. I'm going to just center that off a bit because it's a little off. Look at that. Buttons just push. Now this is the amazing part here. We're going to see. I haven't done this before, so we're going to do this for the first time. Now I do have a phone case on, so that's kind of important. Oh, look at that. Is that not amazing? Or what? Except that it doesn't stay on because of my phone case. Is that what's going to happen here? Let's try that again. Okay. We'll get there. We'll get there. Am I doing anything wrong here? It doesn't feel like it. I may have to do something about that. So again, something that's brand spanking new. The problem is, I've got, a 20, a Samsung 20. That's what's here, right? That's a Samsung 20 on the actual unit here. And when we actually bring up the game, so we'll bring that up here. My worry is that I've got this case on it, and it's really jittery on the bottom end of it. So I may have to come up with something there to make that happen. So again, we're gonna come over here. We're gonna bring up the Luna package on there and see if we can't get some going here. Now this is what this looks like. Launch. Oh, that's the controller option. I don't need to launch that. Can you tell I've had this for less than a week now? And something here is going to get me to go back. We'll just hit the go back button here. And no, okay. Press the exit button. There's an exit button here. What? One of these buttons is exit. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I don't know. Anyways, I'm sure somebody out there is looking at me like, dude, it's right there. Anyways, when all cases fail, you just do that. And get rid of that and go back to here. Let's get our phone orientated the right way for a second here, just so I can get back to Luna. And there it is. And let's just try and launch a game here or something like that. I normally always play it on the Fire Stick. So control. Robin, yeah. See the torch? No, join. Just there we go. And don't need phone control. What I do need is I need to go play a game here. I'd like to see what it uses. Connect non-loop control. I don't need to do any of that. Guest mode, no. Come on. That's it. That's all there is to it. And I guess I gotta do something else. Gotta do something else that I didn't do. Anyways, I'm assuming I'm going to be playing a game with this eventually. But this is what happens when you just unpack something. But for now, my biggest concern is it holding on. And on the bottom here is pretty slick. There is nothing in here. There's nothing in here to stop it from sliding around. So maybe I'm hiding something. Yes. And maybe this is something that's not on properly. Or I need to, because it's got a little something there. I don't know. Maybe there's a piece of plastic on there that's supposed to peel. Ah, yes. Look at that. See? You take some time. You figure it out. What was it? There was a plastic film on it. Now, the grippy, the rubber is no longer coated in plastic. So if you've bought this thing or you're buying this thing, remember to take the plastic off the little grippies. Because, of course, there is literally no instructions. Oh, yes, there's instructions right there. Those are the instructions right there. That's awesome. Brown with black little outline. Tiny little, oh, my gosh. You're going to take the time to read that. Okay. But hey, the important part is, guess what? It works. It works now. Everything is in place. It just no problem there. It's done. I don't have to worry about it. Thank you very much. So now when I travel, I'll be able to have this on here, be able to game on it. Really nice and simple. It just works. Look at that. Everything's going to be fine. I'm going to figure out why I don't see the game, because all I was using the app for was to actually launch the actual game on the actual screen. So now we're going to press this button here, and we're going to leave this, and I've been disconnected. Ooh. So continue to game survey. No, close. There we are. So now let's actually bring that game on and see what's going on. So first of all, like I said, the game controller is absolutely amazing. I mean, if you know, it's not that far off from what's been going on for a long time when it comes to controllers. You got 2 analog, 2 the digital, the actual pad button on it. It's pretty straightforward. You've got both an analog, a throttle control, and a button on top. So I mean, all these things are right there. So again, we're just going to go down here. We're going to hit play and take it from there. So let's take a look-see here. Again, I'm just moving back and forth. Well, let's spin this around because we can do this much nicer. Let's do it properly. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it properly. So here we are. Let's take a look-see. I'm pretty much obsessed with this one game. I don't need a trailer, but here it is. This is pretty impressive.
The most iconic, most wanted, and raddest cars. The very best from the Hot Wheels universe. And when you think you couldn't ask for more, well, there's more. And more. And more.
So what are we talking about? We are talking about right now this game right here, which is crazy. Come on. Now, look at the quality of the picture graphics. Now, normally you would say, that's just a demo. That's not the game. No. Let's back up out of there. Let's actually look at the game. Let's see what's happening. Now, remember, I didn't download this. This is another amazing thing. When I went to actually play this game, you're so used to doing something a certain way, right? I mean, that's just the way it is. You want to play a game. Yeah, okay. You wait 10 minutes, 15 minutes. If you're lucky, if not, you wait a long time, right? And you download a game and you add the game, or you went out to a store and bought a game. No, that's not how this works. Amazingly enough, this is hooked up through Wi-Fi and Bluetooth via my phone, via the Euro Wi-Fi system that I have here, and it connects online. This is the game. It's from Unreal Engine. I mean, just Google these guys. These guys make everything happen now. I mean, if you watch any movies from, Star Wars or how am I calling it a blank now? Anything that's out there, anything Marvel stuff. Basically, this is the engine that drives everything today in movies, and makes all these games possible. It's just the realism is amazing. And if you look at why it works so well, it's crazy how they made this all happen. Now watch this. This is impressive. So yes, we're going to press that A button. We're going to get this game going here. And we are going to, just make this happen. Let's see where we're at. We're here. Okay. We're going to pick up my car. Yes, I played this a couple of times, so I do have a car. I'm going to use the Mobile One car. Now, this is important because if you're of an age closer to mine, you would have had a Hot Wheel collection. You would have had this engine. I used to call it the Corvette. I thought it was a Corvette. I don't know what it is. 2 engines. I could swear this was a Corvette from the 1970s because it was the 70s when I had one of these little cars in my collection as a kid. So there you go. But yeah, 2 V8 engines, supercharged, blah, blah, blah. I tell you, that was quite a car. But now this is the Mobile One version of the actual car, which is even better. Now watch these graphics. This is the amazing part here. We are going to really, really dial in what we're seeing here. It's going to sharpen up. It's going to bring the image back up. And remember, there are people in the house right now streaming stuff upstairs, probably watching something on Prime as we speak. So, and here we go. And remember, right now, I am streaming an awful lot of content back and forth right now to make this all happen. And the house is going like normal, even though they say, hey, watch your streaming. This is the incredible part. So again, I am controlling it here. And at the same time, whoa, at the same time I'm talking and driving really bad and making this happen. Whoa. By the way, there is brakes on this thing, which I do occasionally do hit, and there's a boost, which there's the boost. But watch this. This is just so amazing. Now, there's no way you won't enjoy yourself playing this. Now, again, if you're buying this for anybody in the family, this is a great little add-on. And by the way, if you're a Prime member, this is the amazing part. This is what's great. If you have Amazon Prime, this game doesn't cost you anything. It works just like how Prime movies work. You're going to have X amount of games every month that are included in your package, just like you have movies and shows that are included in your Prime membership through Prime Videos. Now, Prime Gaming does the same thing. And this is very, very important. When you're actually gaming, you can do this at no cost, no extra cost to you or anybody else in the family. No one's going to be chasing you down to pay the membership if you just go for the free stuff. Now, I thought that was great. So what did I do? I signed up. There's Luna Plus. Of course, there's Plus for everything, right? And where you go from 4 games, the Luna Plus gets you to 100 games. And there's all kinds of games when you look at it that way. And that's that package varies in price. You do want to check it out. I have an attachment at the bottom there. I have the app available, and it's going to show you what's going on. So let me move this over. I got to pause there for a second. And there you go. That's the amazing. Right now you're looking at it's at the bottom. You can try it out for a week for free. You can turn on and off. And this is another amazing thing. This is what I like about Amazon. I get everything through Amazon now, as much as possible. Like my Paramount Plus, for example. I originally had Paramount Plus as a freestanding, this was, I just added on like you would have any other subscription like a Netflix or something like that, right? And it would just be there and every month, blah, blah, blah. And then, eventually you want to turn it off, which is what I did originally. I did want to turn it off for a few months because there was nothing there for me to watch. And I said, well, I'll put my money somewhere else. And it was such a pain in the butt. But then... this a while ago, of course, because it's been on for a while now. It shows up on Amazon, on Prime as an add-on. And I think those are just phenomenal. You do that. That's perfect. Why? Because you can just go on your account and basically get rid of it. It's just like that. You want to turn off a subscription. It's no different than, that toothpaste you get every month. If you don't need a tube of toothpaste, you just turn the subscription off. That's all you do, right? It's that simple, that fun to use. So there you go. That's what we're looking at there. Now, remember, you can also buy for only $109.90. You can get a combo set, which is going to get you a bundle, a Fire Stick, and an actual Luna controller. So remember, you don't have to actually get a subscription with the actual unit. You can just buy what you want when you want, or take the free stuff, which is part of the package. That's what makes it so awesome. Wow, that was fun. That's always fun. I enjoy playing those games. They're just easy and fun to play. So again, let's recap. Let's get back to where we were. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's start this over again. It's great. What are we talking about here? We are talking about Euro. We're talking about that Euro. So let's move back. Let's take a look-see. Let's spin these cameras around, and then we'll get back to some of the other games that we have here. So here we go. That's the Euro. That's what's running my Wi-Fi. I've had that now for 3-4 months, and it's working out absolutely awesome. I have basically internet coming through my cable. So my cable is my internet. I don't use it for watching TV. I don't even get a cable package from them for that. It's strictly for internet. And because of all the things I do, it is set up pretty high. I've got it at 1 gig for down. So this way, every TV in the house can be on at the same time, downloading and streaming stuff. And I can be here in the studio talking to you. And also, it runs everything else. And now it even runs my gaming. It's all there. Cause see, I don't need complicated. I just want to be entertained every once in a while. I want to sit down while I'm doing something. Maybe I'm walking on the treadmill or something like that, and I have a TV there. It's only 32, but I'm right in front of it, and I want to basically be able to game, kind of like what I'm doing here right now. Keeps your mind distracted. It lets you do what you got to do, right? Also, the actual Euro controls everything. Controls the home security system, controls all the cameras. Well, the security, I mean the alarm system everywhere. Controls all the door locks. Everything is run through there. It even controls, of course, all the lighting, all the plugs. Everything that's smart is connected into that. So it runs really, really well, and it does it very, very nicely. And the app is absolutely amazing. The app gets the whole job done, simple and easy. Once you get the app, it keeps track of everything, and I'm not afraid to show it to you. You know, that's what we're talking about right there. It allows you to block things out. So if you don't want people to go to certain places and do certain things, you can block that out. But it also gives you the ability to see who's on and off the network at any given time. It also includes products. You can see if things are missing. There's something not working right. You can do that. You can see. And because in this case I got the 3-pack, that means I have one on the top floor, on the main floor, and in the basement in the studio where we are here. And it allows all the electronics that have Wi-Fi to connect to it. And when I do connect things, you know how that you always got to worry. It's like, oh man, it says it's for 2.4, and you got to switch your 5 to 2.4. I just ignore that, because with the actual Wi-Fi 6, you can do that. It'll manage its way through. It will make the connection. It will lock it down for you. It will work. Makes life a lot simpler. Means just connection, go, and you're good. The different sizes are going to define how much down you need and how much management of speed or data you need per box. I went with the Euro 6 because my concern is not speed. I've never had an issue with speed. And these run at, each box has 500 megabytes capability. Even though my Wi-Fi's a gig, each box, is 500. And let's be realistic. The cable companies, just like the phone companies, tell you it's a gig. But you know what? Unless you go to their website on their testing site and you talk to their technician, are you ever going to see anything close to that? Normally it's a lot slower. So in this case, 500 is fast enough to do everything anywhere all the time. So that's going to work. What was more important is to be able to hook up a lot of things, because this isn't 2004, 2005, where we got like 5 things to hook up to the internet. This is not even 2012, 2013, where we might have maybe 10 things to hook up. We are literally 20, 23, and I've got over 50 devices, things, all kinds of things connected to the network all at the same time. And that, by the way, grows by 1 or 2 devices every single month, because there's a new light switch getting installed, there's a new light fixture getting put up, there's a new light bulb that turns something on. I mean, everything you get wants to be connected. I even have, my blood pressure monitor is connected to the Wi-Fi. Everything is connected to everything. So you need to know that it's going to be reliable and safe. That's what you get with the Euro 6. So I really, really am happy about it. And of course, I bought that. It's not something that anybody gave me. Like I always say, 99% of everything we have here, I buy. This gives me the ability to like, dislike, have an opinion on it. And if I do like it, I bring it here. I bring it for you to see and hear and for me to talk about. I believe that occasionally I might have a bad experience, and I'm not 100% why I'm having a bad experience. So I'm not going to vent that as saying, ooh, there's a bad problem here, this is no good, I'm some kind of... No, I'll never do that. If I'm having an issue with something, I just don't talk about it. I take care of it off to the side. If it's something I still end up keeping, I may come back later and say, hey, you know what? I liked it, but I had problems. In this case, no such thing. Euro is a great way to go. And Wi-Fi 6 just makes it easier. Everything just seems to, how can I describe it? Work better, or actually work as advertised. How many times do you buy something and it's like, oh, this is easy, and it turns out to be a pain in the butt? Not the case here. That's not what's going on. This just basically seamed together. Again, Amazon, when I bought it, do you want to be part of your package, your account? Do you want us to? Yeah, I said yes, and didn't know what I was doing. And you don't realize how much in the back end these things are helping out, because it allows them to have a bonded connection between all the accounts, which is very, very important. And you'll see why when I talk about the Fire Stick. So again, that unit's very nice. Things can move to it and from it. You don't have to connect or disconnect any boxes as you move. So when I go from here and I go to the main floor or up to the bedrooms up on the top floor and bring my phone with me, it will move from the bottom box. It will eventually, because I went in one sweep up 2 floors, it will decide eventually to reset itself and move on to the 3rd floor, because it's a better Wi-Fi connection. Think of it like when you're driving down the highway in your car and your cell phone just goes from tower to tower to tower. It doesn't ask you permission. It doesn't say, hey, no signal and you have to find it. It just automatically click, 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 moves down the towers as you drive down the road. Same thing happens when you have a Euro Wi-Fi 6. These small little pucks manage themselves, and everything connected to it gets managed through that. It just works. Absolutely amazing. Amazing. So let's talk about something else besides invisible wireless that's going to take over the world. Let's talk about Fire Stick, because Fire TV on a Fire Stick, absolutely fun thing to have. This is fun, and it's fun because it was so simple to hook up. Now, yes, I have it on my Samsung TV. I have it even on another RCA TV in a bedroom. I've originally bought in some Chromecasts. I'm not afraid to say it. I bought Chromecasts. I like Chromecasts. I have them on a whole bunch of TVs. But I never had to actually buy a Fire Stick. It was just a choice, right? You get one thing versus another. It's what it is. It is what it is. But I decided I wanted to give one of these a try because I want to buy this. Cause and effect, right? I mean, there are, literally 20 times more of these guys than there are of these guys, right? I mean, this is new. This has been around for a while. But I bought one, and again, because it was 4K and everything I wanted was on it, it was simple, easy to use. It didn't look complicated. I didn't expect to see how advanced it was. And first of all, again, when I bought this, they went and asked me, hey, do you want to have this set up on your system? Excuse me. Do you want to have this set up? And I said, yeah, no problem. Add it to my account. Because that's the question. Because if you're buying it as a gift for somebody, no, you're not going to add it to your account of services. But if you are going to keep it and they ask you, would you like to add this to your account? Say yes. There's no conspiracy there. You're going to know why. Because once you get this home and you plug it in, and if you're lucky enough, like me, to have a Euro system at home, this is going to be super impressive, because I plugged this in and the first thing it started doing was downloading it up, checking for updates, downloading an update, installing an update, checking again, doing all this stuff automatically. I thought, to be honest, this was all just going to collapse, and it was like, it's not working. We're going to reset and that'll be that, right? No, it got through the whole thing. It took about 2-3 minutes because it, had to download, do all that kind of stuff. And then it just launched. It launched up there on the screen, everything. And the amazing part is, of course, it already had my account logged in. It even logged in my Wi-Fi, remember, because I still hadn't done that yet. It automatically, because it knew, because of my account, that I had a Euro, and because Amazon tracks all this through the individual companies. Euro keeps track of all the security, the passwords and all that, because they have it all here. So they basically asked the phone for permission to do that. Again, not me. They did it automatically because I said yes. And then it worked. And then, of course, it had all the shows that I've been watching, where I'm at on my schedule, all these shows, everything's there. It's all there. It just works. But now, all that. Now, this is the max. This is the 4K version. So, I mean, if you're going to buy it, you're going to buy the 4K. I mean, you might as well, right? And the other part, the main reason why I bought it, 4K, which I'm going to say 9 times out of 10, I still watch at 1080p because it's just faster. And you know what? I mean, it's rare for 4K. So I have unlimited data, so I don't really care about that part. But this is the max part. Let me see if you can see that here on the camera. right there on the bottom. I don't know if that's going to focus or not, but it says Wi-Fi 6 4K HDR. Now, a lot of people just look at the 4K part of it. I looked at the Wi-Fi 6 and thought that was absolutely amazing because, of course, I have the Euro. I'm obsessed now, by the way. Even some of my older PCs that I use all the time from Dell, which are really good, but they're only like 2-3 years old, but they serve a lot of purposes. I actually bought Wi-Fi cards to put inside of them. Take out the old Wi-Fi module, which was a 5 gig, 5.6, 5.2, whatever, you know what it is. Anyways, took that stuff out, put in the 6, so this way it would match up and be part of the system as well. And it, you know, this was crazy. This just worked awesome, and I was then able to do all the other magic. Now this is great. You turn this on, you plug this in. What you do is you basically download the app. What did I do first? Yes, I think I download the app on Amazon Prime for the Luna. I just typed in Luna in the apps for the Amazon apps and download that, and then it said, "Oh, you're trying to add this? No problem. Just hold the button down, download the app on your phone, and once you download the app, the Luna app controller." We'll take care of everything for you. Don't worry about it. I kid you not. It said something like that. And it did. Everything just worked. It just happened. So again, if you're looking for a game controller for yourself, something a little bit fun, something that you didn't have to spend $500 on, and you're looking for something easy to use and something that's readily available online because it's all through Amazon, which is great. And if you want to use it on your TV, get the Fire Stick if you don't have one. It's going to work. And of course, it works on your phone, so you can use it as something portable. You don't even need to bring the controller with you, by the way. You can just use Luna on its own right through your phone with Prime. That's another thing. So that's why you've got all those options there. I brought up the app and all that kind of stuff. So it's all right there for you. Now, again, the Fire TV Stick 4K Max, because that's got the Wi-Fi 6. That's why I bought it. Long story short, awesome stuff, pretty fun, and it does everything else you'd expect to do. It's just, the window dressing is a little bit different. The graphic user interface is a little bit different. So it really dresses things up. I liked it an awful lot. It also allows me to turn my actual computer monitor. I have a nice Samsung curved screen computer monitor here that I have on my studio table now. But it's a computer monitor. So, of course, yes, it does have speakers built into it, but it doesn't have anything else built into it. But remember I mentioned I don't have any cable services. I just subscribe for the internet, big package. Don't worry about it. Everything else is there ready to go. That means everything I want to do is on here. And that includes, by the way, live TV content. I get my news from 2 different channels on here. And there's also apps for everybody, of course, on here. And you can also subscribe. You can try it free every day. They give you like 10 minutes free. I'm going to go down to it here so you can see it because it's cool stuff. So, of course, we always think about the Paramount networks and stuff like that. But there's also CNN. Now, a lot of people don't realize that you can get CNN on your Prime account. Now, you can get it every day for 10 minutes for free, or you can actually just legitimately subscribe to it. So let's see what happens when we try and go out of here and leave this. And see if we can't get there. Let's go over to Prime Video. Ooh, look at that. See? Now we're going to go to Prime. Okay, so let's click this off here and take a look, see what's going on. So here we are. That's what's going on right there. There's our live TV option. Now, of course, if you haven't figured out, I do this out of Canada. This is just where I happen to be. So everybody around the world does it their own way. So if you're down in the States, of course, which is where everybody's watching this right now, this is very big. This is, our Canadian content that we have here, because of course you got to have Canadian content. But look at this. You get to watch all kinds of stuff all the time. There's all kinds of stuff. Now here, again, live, AMC. Again, AMC, look at the Walking Dead universe, BBC. These things are all there. These are all live channel packages, FX. By the way, when is that starting, right? I mean, come on. Tonight is supposed to be the big night of Justified, their second series. They brought back Justified, And here it is. It's here somewhere. Where did it go? I do not know. But it's going to be on FX. You check your local broadcasting, but it's also going to be on Amazon. I know that in the States, which is going to be pretty awesome. So there you go. So that is what's happening there. That's live. And then you can go and rent things, stuff like that. But you also, of course, get all the regular content. Now you get to see what I've been watching. And you can see here, this is what I subscribe to. I have a Paramount and a Paramount Plus option here. Sorry, my Prime, my Paramount. I did have Stack TV and some other stuff. Again, these are different. Depends on where you are and depends on what you want to have. You can add things on. But remember, these are so easy to take away afterwards. But again, CNN's available. All kinds of stuff's available. So definitely that's the best part about having this. Are you sure you want to? Well, we'll exit it for now because we're going to go back to the game here. And it's always asking me to do this. So one day I will do this. We'll go back to that later. And I just want to make sure I'm, good game response, that sort of thing. They're offering, making me happy. So again, here with Luna, when I first got it, I just started off with what came included. So you can go 4 games every month, and they rotate them out. It's kind of like how the TV shows are on. So the games are there for you. You can use the games all you want. There's no limit on that. And if you want to have more games open up to you, by all means, you can do that too. And there's good games. I mean, it all depends on what you're looking for. Don't think just because I'm doing this that this is the only thing that's out there. Absolutely not. Right now, as you see right there, it says Prime members play now, right? Prime members play now. That means you get that because you're a Prime member. You can play any of these games, like Fortnite's right there. No worries. You can play that. It's not my cup of tea. It's not that I don't want to play it. It's just that I'm really bad at it, and all I do is end up dying all the time. But I do like driving games, and there you go. You can just go like I said, I have all the extra stuff here, so I'm just going to go to see Luna Plus, learn more. I don't have to learn more. I'm just going to go to Luna Plus because I have it. See, subscription active. That's me. And look at that. It just goes on and on and on and on. So yes, I pay for that because it gives me a variety. And you know what? I'm not afraid because if it turns out I'm not really breaking through any of these games, it's not like, ooh, I'm, not using it. And look at this. I'm going to play this game. I've never played it before. I have no idea what it is. But again, if after a couple of months I find I'm not using it, I'll just turn the subscription off. Again, this is like, skipping subscription or turning off your subscription for toothpaste, If you get that detergent, stuff like that from Amazon, that's how easy it is. Just turn on and off your subscriptions just straight through your account like that. So again, here, I have no idea if I'm going to like this game. This game could be cheesy, could be good. I don't know. It says Retro Classics with an X at the end of it. And that's what's going on there. So you know what? Let's take a look-see at what it does. And again, I don't have to download it. This is all streaming off of their servers. I'm assuming this all comes off of AWS because it's got, someone's got to pay the bills for these things, right? So it's got to come from somewhere. And let's see where that is. So, and I have no, it's funny, you stream things, sometimes you get these little messages up and you got to look at them and you go, I don't know what that means. So, but it does not appear to be a problem. So we're still waiting. There we go. It's coming up. So don't expect these things sometimes, especially the first time you play it, to be automatic because it seems to want to do stuff. All right. Classics with an X. And here we go. So let's see what's happening there. And well, here we go. Let's play this game. Let's see what's going on. I have no clue. It's got settings, stuff like that. We're not going to do that. We're just going to hit the play button, right? Now, I mean, I'm being pretty cheesy here on the game. This could be a pretty cheesy game. Who knows what's going on, right? Again, I've never played this before. Oh my gosh. This reminds me of, when I used to work electronics in downtown and had to, wait to take the train home at night. Am I actually doing that? No, I'm not. There's no way I'm doing that. They're just showing me how goofy this game can be. Okay. These are bizarre things. Okay. I have no recollection. I'm trying to play this game. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm frustrated. They tell you you should actually try. and actually, figure these things out before. I like to know that things just work. Now, somehow this is, going to do its job. So let's see. I'm not. Oh, there we go. Player one up. It's good if you actually hit the start button. All right. There we go. All right. That's me now. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm assuming I got to not hit that. See, that would be bad. That's why you don't hit that. Okay. Yes, thank you very much. I'll try that one more time. Ooh, look at this. Let's this is like 1980s video games. I mean, this is like way back. We're not really impressing off the system here. We're not saying, oh, look at the cutting edge technology as I play this 1980s game. Oh my gosh. And I die. So let's not play this game anymore, because this is okay. A little too retro. I mean, can you imagine? You used to pay 25 cents to play this game. This wasn't like, out of there, like, no worries. So let's try and get out of here. Yeah, we want to exit the game. Yeah, get out of that game. Exit that game. Not the app, just the game. So there you go. How would you rate the gameplay of this session? Where, we're going to be polite. Yeah, okay. See, this is the whole thing. It's not audio. It's not inputs, game issues. It's just other, I mean, that's just, it's not their fault. Not their fault. And yeah, we'll just skip that. We're not going to be mean about it. It's not really, it is what it is, right? So here we go. Let's go back to something that really works well, that we know is going to do a great job. Oh, and by the way, I was playing another game here. And where did it go? You have so many games. Now, you can always play a Sonic game, but I was like, There was one game that was really good. It was not hard to play, and it was like a version of a game I used to play on the PlayStation, and I really liked it. And then I played some another driving game, which was absolutely ridiculous. Every ditch, I was in the ditch, stuck, and I had to restart, and I went, what is going on? This is not for me. Now, of course, everybody's going to have their own version of what they like to play. And like I said, I'm going to find it here. And what was it? It was a nice game. It was one of those track racing games. Not track, but dirt track racing games. And it was on this list here. And I went, ooh, yeah, I like that. But of course, I'm sure it's amongst this 100 here somewhere. And I haven't even figured out if there's a recently played list, somewhere where you can go and see what you've already played. So you can easily go back to it. Because if there is, it would be somewhere near the top. And yeah, Hurling Chase Turbo. Wasn't Monster Trucks, which seems like an interesting something to play. And I think this was the complicated one here, the WRC. And that was the one that was just a little too much for me. And but yeah, somewhere here there is a reasonably fun game to play that was pretty good, and of course I can't find it. So what are we going to do? We're going to go right back to where we started, and that was here. My good old friend, the Hot Wheels. Can't go wrong with the Hot Wheels. I got to be honest. It's a pretty straightforward game. Pretty fun. Yeah, Sonic is always a great way to go. There's way too much, And like I said, I never, as a kid, I never had the opportunity. I was just a little too old for when all the games came out. And then I was, then I got old enough that I could buy my own stuff. But at that point, I was actually working for Sony, and I did buy my own stuff. And of course, what did I buy? I bought all the stuff that, we were getting from Sony. So here we go. Let's take a little quick look here. And this, again, if you haven't played this game, you want to play this game. This is awesome. We'll get there. There we go. Again, you just got to wait for the load. Remember, this is reasonable price stuff that plays out really, really well. And that's what I like about it, is that, you know what? It's not like I went out and spent big, massive bucks to get this. I didn't. And again, like I said, I chose to get the subscription up. I wanted to try it. You do get 7 days free as a subscription to get all those 100 games, or you just stick with what comes with the Prime. It's like, saying, hey, I don't need anything else, right? And to be honest, I may end up just playing games like this, and you know what? It is what it is, and I'm happy to actually play this game. So here we go. This is going to be my car to pick. Again, I've shown this other car before, so if you're a little bit of a Hot Wheels guy, and you remember cars from the 70s, you'll remember this car here. Every kid wanted this car, and if you had it, it was kind of like the coolest car out there, because I thought it was a Corvette. I don't know if it's a Corvette. I mean, if anybody out there thinks it's a Corvette from back in the 70s, that particular one with the sparkly metallic green, because green was the 70s, the two V8s left and right side by side, that was crazy. Like, I think they actually built one of these once. But this is just an amazing product. Now, of course, I'm going to update it by going with the Mobile One, because if you change the paint color, it's got to be a better car. Now, of course, technically speaking, by the specs, it's a more modern update. So there you go. We're supposedly doing better there. And the graphics are amazing. Now, again, I had a PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. Two of them I actually had to replace it. It burned out. Then the same thing with 3. I got the original 3, burned that out, got another 3 after that, the Slim. And then I kind of let it go for, 10 years. I still have the PlayStation 3 here. I can't play anything on it anymore because, everything's out of date. But I still have it. And for the price of one controller, you can have all of this. No problem. That's how good this is. Think about that. You buy one controller and you're doing this. No console to be bought. This does not require a console. This is running on my Fire Stick right now on this 32-inch Samsung monitor. Just like that. And it just works, and it works really well. Look at the picture quality. I mean, if you can see this, this is really, really impressive stuff. I'm really happy I got this. This was so much fun. And you know what? It takes the stress off. It takes the edge off. Sometimes, you just need to do something different. And there you go. Again, this isn't rocket science. I'm not trying to figure out some crazy story or, shoot the next 50,000 zombies. No, I'm just trying to get in front of the guy in front of me there. I'm just trying to get one more further ahead. I always find it funny because I always end up behind this Hot Wheel car that's in front of me here. The one with the engine latch that always flies open. It's like whoever did this knew exactly what it was like to own Hot Wheel cars back in the day. Because there was that car that had that engine compartment. And it had a little hood. The engine was in the back. And it had that little flip-up hood. And that little hood, every time you played around with the car, that hood would be up in the air. And that's what's going on there. I think it's just so funny. And here we go. Look at this. This is what we're talking about. You're going to play a game that's not too complicated. I play it on regular level. So it's not easy and it's not hard. It's that medium level. Because, I actually like to talk while I play these games. So, but look at that. But you can really, after a while, and it doesn't take long, you can master this game to a degree that allows you to actually play it and actually get some really good feedback out of it. And again, there's no delay whatsoever. I mean, I have no visions that, I'm playing a game that is, am I going to fall off track? I'm not falling off the track. Yay. And that just makes it that much better. Now we got one. We're on the final lap here. We're on the final lap. I'm talking and I'm actually not doing so bad. Where am I? Anyways, I'm in second place. Oh my goodness gracious. I may actually win this game. Now, I've played this game 3 times. It's funny, as the night progresses, I'm going to go through that. I better boost it here. As the night progresses, I get a little bit better at these games. So that's a good thing. And I can talk at the same time. So, here we are. And like I said, if you're looking for a game and you're wondering, am I going to play this? Absolutely. Am I going to get my money's out? I'm definitely going to get my money out of this game. Especially seeing that if I just took the actual, this is part of the Prime package. You don't pay extra. When you get this home and you unpack it, you will have this game. So if you've got kids, they're going to be playing this right away. No waiting. No can I, can't I? There you go. Does this mean I finished in first place? Did I just win the race? And where am I? No, I came in third. Look at that. I came in third. Oh my gosh. I thought I won it. Oh well. Maybe next time. So that's what's going on there. So there we go. That is a lot of fun when you're looking at a system. Now remember, if you want to take it out and about with you, you've got options here. So let's spin these cameras. Let's get this view here again back. I just unpacked this. I just got this. I bought this yesterday. And it is the connector. What does this do? It allows you to go on the controller just like this. Grabs hold of the controller, slides onto the bottom. Remember, this controller, AA batteries on the bottom of it. It's got a headphone jack in the front side here, and it's got a USB-C port in the top portion here. And what's going to happen is now I can take my phone, because remember, this works either on the phone or on the Fire Stick. And there you go. I tell you, I had a couple of grilled cheese sandwiches for supper today. I'm gonna have some grilled cheese sandwiches. And man, they're talking. They're talking to me. They're letting me know, man, you're talking a lot tonight with a couple of grilled cheese sandwiches in you. So there we go. What do we got going on here? This is it. This is gonna let me get into the game, do everything I want to do right from here. And I can run the game and play it all on here, or I can do it there. It's that simple, that straightforward. Now I've got something that's portable, easy to take around. Now something, by the way, you would only know this if you buy it, is that there's grippies at the top and the bottom, and there's clear plastic on it. And when I first opened this tonight, because I just opened it on air live earlier today, this was, it wasn't staying on. It was like popping off. And then I realized, yeah, they're here somewhere. I didn't throw them away. I left them on the table here. Here they are. They had these incredibly clear plastic over these to, so this way, no dust or anything would build up on it. You have to remember to peel it off, because I got to be honest, I thought the box was very nice that it came in, and it was factory fresh, but the instructions are like, they're written on in a little black outlined writing picture of the show here on a brown box. You cannot, I'm going to put on both cameras just so you cannot really make out what you're looking at there. That's too bad. It's there, the instructions, but you have to know it's there, and I only figured that out after the fact. So I would have assumed that there was something not good with my case, and I'd have to figure it out. But now I took that plastic off, that little rubbery grip there. Look at that. It's just holding my phone in there. And these have push on them, by the way. So if you buy one of these, you basically just push it. I'm going to take this off again so you can get a better look at that. So on the back, there's buttons. You push that button and it moves. It's articulated. If you don't push the button, it's like hard as rock. You're going to break it. Make sure to push that button, because again, it's on that instruction here that you can't read, because it's so small and so dainty, because they just basically small little drawing outlines. It looks pretty for instructions, but it's not very practical. So again, push the button, it turns, it locks, it unlocks, just like that. So again, if you want to, you push the button, you turn it, it goes down, push the button, goes up. It makes it very easy to operate. That is the wireless controller. That is amazing. Again, you're looking at $14.99 for an attachment, so you can take this and have it work on your phone. You don't need it to work on your phone, but it certainly is a lot better to have that on, so this way you can use it on your phone. That's a really good thing. Now, what else have we got here? Okay, so again, if you haven't seen a Luna controller before, if you haven't seen this guy before, you definitely want to look at it. You've got choices. You can just download the app. You can play around with it. You can see what's going on. You can buy a controller or not buy a controller. It's that simple. Luna is part of Amazon's family of companies, just like the Euro is, and just like the Fire TV stick is. All of these things are all part of Amazon's family. And it just makes things work easier and work smarter, because of course these all work with Alexa as well, so you don't have to worry about any of that. It has a microphone option. You can turn it on and off. It's got menu options, bar options you can turn on. It's got rumble motion to it and all kinds of stuff. It's got all the buttons that you can look for, and it works out really, really well. So again, we're going to try playing this one more time, seeing what's going on here. and then we'll go back and we'll talk about some of the other stuff that we have on the table today. So let's do that again. Let's hit the replay. And there you go. I really want you to see. Look, this is going to replay what we actually did as a race. So again, let's just spin that over. Take a look-see. This is the race I just had. It's right there for you to look at. So again, I can exit that at any point in time. I go back. And yeah, it's just a cool way of actually having something. So I think it was fun. You can take pictures and share pictures with your friends. I mean, come on. Who wouldn't want to do that kind of stuff, right? And yeah, so here you go. And how does this work? It's X to exits. Change the eyeball view. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, isn't that cool? Look at that. And spin around that whole thing just like that. Oh boy. It gives you something to actually put online, right? Something you can TikTok with. You can take that, do as you please. But now we're just going to get out of that. We're going to see where we go for that. We're going to no, we don't need to exit the game. I just want to get back to the main option because that's on there. Let's get rid of this. And there we go. Okay, we're out of there. Okay. And let's go. Aperture routes. Oh, look at that. We get all kinds of, look, that's new. I haven't seen that before. So there, that's good. And now all I need to do is leave the game here. Hold that button down. There we go. Got to remember sometimes you just have to hold the button down. You can't let go. I keep pressing the button and I keep letting go. And there we go. Let's restart the game. That's X, not Y this time. And I hold the button down. Don't let the button go. Okay. There we go. Now, what are the odds? Am I gonna stay in here? Am I gonna be able to keep this going? Am I gonna win? Am I gonna be a winner? Gangar grows winner. There we go. Do I get a chicken dinner this time or not? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's pass a couple of guys here and see what's going on. And oh, look at that. There's Snoopy, and there we go. That's what it's all about here. And there we go. Look at that. Loopity. And we are in second place. Ooh, we're going to make that big pass now. Are we going to do it? Oh, boy. Look at that. No, he got me there. Now we're going to try and do this again. Now, remember, this is all streaming. I did not download this game. I didn't have to. This game just automatically worked, and it came with part of the package. Every month, you're included 4 games in your package. And Hot Wheels is what they're running right now, which I really do like. This is a nice game to have. And, of course, I mean, on top of the 4 that are included in the Prime package that change out, you can all subscribe. Now, you can try it for 7 days for free, or you can do like I did because, I thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to have this for at least a month or 2, and I'm going to pay for this subscription. So that's up to you. And, again, if I change my mind, this is Amazon. It's super simple. It all comes on the package, just like you see on your Prime. If you add a package like Paramount and you decide you don't want to have it, you just go to your subscriptions, your services. That's the same thing like, having, your toilet paper or your shampoo come into your house every month or 2, your regular subscriptions that just automatically arrive. All of that is there for you. You do the same thing. If you don't want any more, turn it off. And when your month expires, it won't renew. That's it. It's that simple. You didn't have to figure anything else out. It just works just like that. And that's the important part, is keeping it simple. You want to keep it as simple as possible. This is going to do the job for you. And here we go, doing another loop. And what spot are we in? What? And I'm keeping right on the boost here because, I mean, what are you going to do, right? You got to boost it, right? You got to boost it all the way out the door here. And look at this. I'm in 3rd place. Come on. I can do better than this. We can make this happen. Let's go. Come on. Here we go. And are we gonna make it here? Nah. But you know what? I feel good. So there we go. That is what it's like to play these games. This is addictive. You play it, no worries, no hassles, no problems. It's just fun, easy game to play. So again, let's talk one last time about everything that's here with us today. And what do we got? We've got right here, we've got the Euro 6, Wi-Fi 6 for every corner of your connected home. That's what we're talking about. That's what we have here. That's this module right here. Very, very important. So the downfall is I just noticed that one of my cameras is frozen. So let me try and unfreeze that camera. Camera gone. Camera back. Let's see if it worked. Oh my gosh. Oh, yay. There we go. Okay. So we are talking about the Euro 6 right here, right in front of us. It's pretty straightforward, pretty easy stuff. So what does this do? This allows me to have a puck on all three of my floors, one on each floor, and on the third floor is where the cable itself comes into the house. And that allows my connection between my cable and my actual Euro 6. Then the Euro 6, after downloading the app, was able to connect to everything just like that. It was magic. I know it making it sound to what it was. It was incredibly simple. Once I actually set up the first thing, everything else just kind of snowballed and just got in there, and it's good. Now, the nice part is that adding the second and third ones were so simple. You just add it because they're part of the app. It's connected to the same home. It just automatically put in the Wi-Fi, put in the password, did all of that. And then the same thing when it came to connecting all the new devices. It was simple. It was easy. I didn't have to wrestle with going back and forth between the Wi-Fi 5 and the 2.4 because everything has a different setting and you got to go through all. No, just basically skip that part in the setups of all your switches and alarms and all that kind of stuff, because I have all of that stuff, and just get it in there. And it worked. It worked every single time. And the only thing I had to absolutely buy is I had a laptop that was 10 years old, and I use it down here in the studio to run my video wall. That had to get an external Wi-Fi adapter, because for some reason whatever Wi-Fi was in it was just not jiving with the Euro 6. It happens, but it's one out of 50 things I have in this house that didn't work, and it's because it was super old, but I still needed it to work. That being said, no other issues with this box whatsoever. The app makes it super simple, so as things come on and off the actual network, every time I get a new device, it lets me know that there's a new device. If somebody logs in as a guest, it lets me know. I can kick things off. If I don't think something's safe, you get these notices from these companies, I can get rid of them. I can detach that, or I can limit accessibility all through my phone, which runs my wireless system. That's very impressive. And you need something that you can count on, because I have, door locks that are all on Wi-Fi that I can unlock and lock and monitor when I'm not home. I know if these locks are locked or not locked. These are all, if anybody's trying to mess around with it, I would know that. Anything at all gets taken care of. So all the security cameras, all the alarm sensors, all of that is all done through the Euro. Very important. Not to mention all the phones, the tablets, the laptops. Got computers in all the spaces in this place. So all of these things are all taken care of that way. Not to exclude, but we also have all the lights and all the plugs. Power goes out, it's a pain in the butt, but that's a different story. But it all resets. None of that gets let go. Once the power goes back on and every switch gets reconnected, I don't have to run around and try and hit the pair button. And no, it just works, and it works well. That's very, very important. That's what you get with a Euro 6. Very nice. From there, and I've had that now for a while. That's like, well, I don't know, between 4 and 6 months old. After that, we got ourselves here. That was the very first item on the list. That was the Euro 6 full mesh system, which basically means it doesn't work like an extended add-on package. It means that all of them are treated the same. When I take my phone from the studio in the basement and I go up, let's say, to the den on the third floor, it's going to skip any connection on the main floor, and once I settle down upstairs on the third floor, it'll realize that the connection locally is better. It'll switch over. Just like when you're driving down the highway with your cell phone, your cell phone doesn't lose service and then you have to reconnect to the next actual tower. your phone switches automatically tower to tower to tower as you're driving down the highway. Just happens. Same thing when you have a mesh system at home, and that's exactly what the Euro 6 is all about. And the advantages of it being Amazon is absolutely amazing, because then when you buy things like the Fire Stick, then you're really going to take advantage of what's going on. This guy right here makes your life so much simpler. Once you have this and you have this, these two together, what'll happen is Amazon will ask you, do you want to add this to your, are you buying this for yourself? Do you want to add this to your account? And if you say yes, when you get it home and you connect it, it's going to do everything automatically. You don't have to set the password. You don't have to set the Wi-Fi. You don't have to do any of that. You don't have to add your Amazon account to it. You don't do any of that. It'll show up at home, ready to go. You're going to go pick it up at UPS, or it'll pick it up from outside your door, plug it in. As long as it's connecting to your Euro system, it's done. It's that simple. It's that simple. Because as soon as you plug it in, it's going to look for what you have. Excuse me. And it'll make all those connections and made all of that work automatically. How? It automatically magically connects it to the Wi-Fi, and then it connected, it got the password, it knew all of that. Then it downloaded and updated its own app programs on it. Then it downloaded and updated all my account services to it. Did all of that. I did nothing. Just worked. Just worked. And now the important part is this is not just a regular Fire Stick. I bought the Max. Why? Because the Max, if you can see down here, it says not just 4K, it also says that it has Wi-Fi 6. And again, this is all about Wi-Fi 6 now for me. I am not buying anything that doesn't support that or isn't part of that family, because I've learned as soon as you get Wi-Fi 6, you want to have as much as possible that way, because things just work better. Just work better. That's all there is to it. So there you go. That's why I got that. And why did I want, what spontaneously made me buy that, considering that I already had all the Amazon Prime features on my Samsung TV, and of course an RCA TV to better. All these TVs all have, you know, either through a Chromecast or something like that, they all have Prime along with all my other services. Why did I do that? Well, I did that because, one, I wanted to see what it really looked like, because a lot of people talk about it, and I really wanted to see what that was all about, and I didn't have one. And I also wanted to get this guy here, which is the controller you're looking at tonight, which is from Luna, and that's another Amazon company. So here we are. Our three primary products in tonight's video are all Amazon products. The only thing that's really not an Amazon product is my very last product, which is the monitor you guys have been looking at, because that's on sale for $239.99. It's a curved 32-inch monitor from Samsung. It's absolutely beautiful. If you haven't had a computer monitor like this in front of you, a 32-inch, we're not talking 21, 22, 23, we're not even talking 27, we're talking 32. That's what's going on right here. That is a beast of a beautiful screen. Absolutely amazing. I sit, I don't know, what am I, 16 inches? I'm an arm length away. And it's curved, so I'm an arm length away from everywhere on this screen, because that screen is curved and it does everything for me. It has two video inputs ports on the back, which is also very important. It has HDMI, so I can plug in the Fire Stick, and it has a display port, so I can plug it into the laptop at the same time. That's what counts. That's what it's all about, is simplicity, ease of use, and it means I can do everything I want. My Prime, everything works on here. I don't have to worry about any of that. So again, if I go back and I actually hit on the remote control, because of course I have a Prime button, I have a Netflix button, all that's right here. I even have Amazon Music, but we're just going to hit the Prime button. That brings me right back to my Prime account, which then lets me go to everything that I have here. Everything's right here, ready to go. So again, we're going to go to the live setting here, and we're going to go find something live to watch and see what we got going on, right? So it's that simple. It's that easy. Just hit the button and you're good to go. And live broadcast may contain mature themes. Okay. Let's, we don't know what we're going to see here, right? We got to be careful about these things. It's The Price is Right, because, you know, there could be a mature theme to The Price is Right. Who knows? There we go. So this is what we've got on right now. This is, again, live. I don't have a TV tuner in this TV. This is all being brought to me by Amazon. This is all part of the Prime package. It just works just like that. Nothing else to worry about. Doesn't matter. The show's all the way down. Again, they're brought to me by particular networks. So they're all part of what's going on. That easy. You just hit the button and it works. Again, that's that part. Of course, you have everything else on it as well. So you just basically go to whatever you think you want to watch. You can even rewind a little bit as well. So yeah, that simple, that easy, just works. And of course, you don't have to worry about it. It's part of your package. It's part of Prime. It's not something you pay extra for. It's just what's there. So there you go. If you want convenience, ease of use, I can't tell you anything more than the remote control was sweet. It doesn't have too many buttons on it. It has enough buttons to do a good job. Everything else is right here, and it just worked out perfectly. No worries. So there you go. That's all that. And what does this all bring ourselves to? I hit the home button here, and it brings us right back to the very beginning, to everything we were talking about here, which is this absolutely amazing controller that we have right now. There again, that's the Luna controller right here. And yeah, so again, if we go home to the home screen, I can just easily come down, go to my Luna recently used apps, boom, just like that. And I'm gonna, well, you know, these poor folks always asking me, how's things going? Things are going good. Things are going good. I'll give you feedback later. And here we go. We hit that play button and we're right back to where we started. That simple, that easy. So let's switch back again and see what's going on here. And player lost connection. Okay. Press any button to continue. There we go. And again, just works. It just works really, really well. That's how simple it is. Again, now we're back into the game. And if we want, again, I can just easily press any of my apps. I can go to my apps, bring that up. Again, remember, this is Fire Stick, right? So we're going to see everything I have right here, ready to go. We can do all of that right on the actual set, not having to worry about any of those extras. It just works just like that. So there we are. Oh, look at that. You can go to Twitch as well. I think we're fine with that, eh? Look at that. There you go. Again, it's amazing all the little things you can do with an actual Fire TV stick. Not to mention, you're not limiting yourself. You have Fire TV. You can get your Netflix. You can get your Apple TV. You can do all that. Depends on where you live. You'll be able to subscribe and add all your own products onto it. Not to worry about it. It just works that way, and that's okay. That's what you're looking at. So again, we're going to call it a night on this one. I want to say thank you very much for taking the time. I know I never ask, but you know, if you're hitting that subscription button, follow button at the bottom, that's the important part. So maybe we'll see you next time. Like I say, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Hit the end. Hit the end. And end just like that. End.